Hello, I'm Eileen. This is Good Enough Gardening. At the moment today, we're inside my home, which is fine. I don't normally hang out with you in here, so welcome. Tripping Hazard Trudy and I are going to take a look at some of the seedlings I've started inside while she tries to rip my shoe apart. Ma'am, this is my makeshift seed starting station, and you can see I forgot to put these back over this morning. I have this massive heat mat which I bought a few years ago, and I love it. It's so huge, and on a big shelf you could put a ton of stuff on it. This is my grandparents' old card table. How wonderful. And you know, I just thought I would be a little bit accountable. I have mentioned before that I do not excel at seed starting. I don't have the patience or the attention span, and typically I'm just starting seeds so that I don't lose my mind towards the end of winter while I'm waiting for spring to begin. And it really is an exercise in futility, and that's fine. Every year I tell myself, oh, don't start as many seeds this time. You never do it correctly. Don't buy so many seeds. Do I listen to me? Absolutely not. We're gonna be transparent, but also judgment-free here. As you can see, I have several of these seed starting trays. Oh, it appears they're empty. That's right. All the stuff in here died. So there we are. And because of that, I restarted some things, specifically my cup and saucer vine. I love this plant so much, and a couple years ago, I grew this beautiful cup and saucer vine, and I want to do it again. And so I'm going to try starting those seeds again. Back here we have some loofah. There's no way I can grow 4 loofah plants, but my goal is that one of these makes it, and I can rehome the other ones. One sad cucumber, one sad little bell pepper, a couple little jalapenos. I started some more larkspur. I have some started outside in one of my winter sowing jugs. I got a different kind of cucumber seed, so I'm starting a few of those. This is a ruby moon hyacinth bean. It's ornamental, it's poisonous, but also a beautiful vining plant. If you haven't grown that before, they're fun. A little tomato. And then these are some more of the started. I believe these are Agastache, however you say that. I'm starting some more nasturtium because I just love it so much, and there's a great nursery near here that always has beautiful nasturtium starts, and they're very cheap also. So I can always go buy them, but I really want to start them myself if I can. Here's more cup and saucer. You can see where I watered it. What do we got? Yeah, more Agastache, Nicotiana, which not quite ready to pot up just yet. And then some scarlet sage. And then just this morning I started some more ruby moon, or no, this was yesterday, ruby moon, and those are doing okay. And then this one I'm leaving for the Spanish flag. One of the great things about where I live is that there are 2 wonderful sources of plants nearby. I mean, there's several, but if you've ever looked for native perennials, one of the most popular sellers of them is Prairie Moon Nursery, and they are located in this county, so we have a lot of access to those plants. And we're also about an hour away from Decorah, Iowa, which is where Seed Savers Exchange is located. So the co-op in my town has a whole little Seed Savers display. So every time I go get my little breakfast burrito, I end up with seeds. For many years, the majority of the seeds I have purchased are from Seed Savers. I love them. If you can ever visit their site, it's so cool. But they have great instructions. So this is what I bought just from when my visits to the co-op. So I have a fun new calendula. I have a pea. I think I might actually try this in a pot. I have terrible luck with peas. I've never grown peas successfully. I got more Swiss chard, which is hilarious because I do not like eating it, but it's so pretty. Look at this fun hollyhock. Love. We can't resist a pretty sunflower. This is all provided the squirrels don't dig these up as soon as I plant them. I love purple pole beans. I will actually eat those and they look pretty. I have never had good luck with delphiniums. I have bought them already started, but I'm excited to try this. Isn't that pretty? And this is a new tomato they released this year. I have been keeping an eye on it. I'm very excited to try the Paul Robeson tomato. So those are all new seeds this year. You can see these are all older seeds. Then I have more vining. I have never tried this before, and that's now, well, old, so I should try that. And this is another place I buy seeds from, is Eden Brothers. I also like Select Seeds. This is all woman-owned family company. And my first attempt at the Spanish flag did not go well, but I've been soaking these, so now I'm gonna sow those. I always see these on Gardener's World. There's some stuff that, look, I might be kind of dumb, but I watched a lot of Gardener's World, and I am embarrassed to tell you how long it took me to figure out that the climate in Britain is very different from Minnesota. I'm pretty embarrassed about it, actually. However, I was like, oh, they get snow, so same. Not the same. So there's a lot of things that I watch on that show that do not work here. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Eileen, you idiot. How did you not know that? Well, I have a theater degree, so there's other stuff I know, but I didn't know that off the top of my head. However, I really want these to work, and I think they're cool. So these have been soaking. They're one of those that they recommend soaking or nicking. Last time I soaked them and I nicked the seed coat, but these have been soaking for about 24 hours, so I'm just gonna plant them without nicking them and see if I have more luck that way. And I'm gonna put a few, I'm just gonna use all of these because why not? So I'm gonna do 4 in each of these cells. These are like little 1.5, 2 inch cells, and then we'll see what we get. Oh, I don't know why I'm making this so hard. Just put your hands in there, Eileen. What are you trying to do here? Some of these look so little compared to the other ones. I'm just using the biggest ones. There's more than 4 in each of these, which is like basically a cardinal sin, but whatever. That much more of a chance to germinate. I swear to you, 3 people who watch this video, I promise I will thin them out. Some compost. Nope, it's not compost. It's coconut coir. How do you say it? How do you say coconut coir? How do you say it if you're a Midwesterner and you grew up in the Chicagoland area? Yeah, I gotta put my coconut coir are my seedlings. Gold cubs. Okay, labeling. What is this? Spanish flag. Ta-da! Look it. Labeled and everything. Wow. I really want to go outside because I actually got done with work at a decent time and the sun came out and it's almost 60 degrees. Let's see if Trudy will let me dig in the dirt for a little bit. Hey, get out of there. Stop it! Ah! I give up. Ah! Yuck. You don't want that. Judy, what should we put in? Yeah. Did I just get shit on? It's just water. I did put some of the calendula in a little pot. Maybe we can get some early. Look at how these are coming up. Even some of these guys. Still nothing there, boo. And lots more cosmos. And looks like everything else is doing okay. Still just one sad little hollyhock there. Nothing there. Window box. I'm just gonna do 2 long rows. Keep it simple, stupid. Now, what to protect them with? That's the question. Because the burbs will wanna pull these out. Do we think I'm gonna get any peas? Let's take bets. Is it easy for you to grow peas where you are? What's your spring like where you are? I'm very curious. I feel like last year was the first year I ever experienced spring the way I always read about it in books, you know, like it gets warm gradually and maybe it's rainy for a while and you can like just wear a light jacket. I feel like here it goes from winter coat to tank top in like a day. Last year was the first year that I felt like I understood spring because it was rainy and it got warm so gradually and it started a lot earlier. But this year it's been cold again, which I shouldn't be grumpy about. There's enough left in here that I could like plant a row outside. I don't know about that. I'll just hold on to them for now. This marker is really silly. Don't be fooled into thinking this is some special watering technique. I just don't know where the little head is for it, and I don't want to wash all my seeds around. Well, this can probably just live here, right? I think this will be perfect. I have this little leftover chunk of mesh and some lawn staples. So this will keep the squirrels and pigeons from getting at the little seedlings, and then when they're a little bit bigger, I can pull this out and do a little trellis. I think that's good for now. It should be nice out tomorrow, well, around when I'm done with work, so I think there's a few more things I can do out here. See you later. Morning. It's early-ish on a Wednesday, and it's still pretty chilly. As you can see, I got my rain barrel set up again, but there was nothing in the blue one, or either of them really, and we had a lot of strong wind yesterday, so I need to fix that. What I want to do is get my huge compost pile into a tarp and get it into my car so that I can drop it at the compost site on my way to work. Let's see how quickly I can do that, and if I will have made a huge mistake doing it after I showered and got into my work clothes. Not too shabby. Okay, off to work. Hopefully I'll have more time to get out here this afternoon. Look, much smaller pile. Oh man, I did it again. Well, it is another beautiful weekday morning in April. I did not have time after work yesterday because I've had something after work every day this week, and that includes tonight. Yeah, it's beautiful again. It's sunny right now. It's supposed to rain later, so I'm glad that I got my rain barrels all squared away. I have about 40 minutes or so, so I'm gonna try and do a little bit more cleanup. Maybe I'll do a little bit more edging and just see what I can get done without completely ruining my work clothes, most of which are covered up, but yeah, I decided to get all ready first. You might be thinking to yourself, Eileen, isn't that a terrible idea to do yard work in your business casual clothing before the workday begins? And to that I say, yes, you're correct. But it being a bad idea has never stopped me before. That's pretty good for having like 40 minutes before work. And I'm not completely filthy. I'm a little sweaty, but you know, it seems like an ideal state to go sit in an office chair for several hours. Just be a little bit tired and a little bit stinky. I'm sure that's gonna be great. But you know what? Whatever. What do you think? How's it looking out here? Spring is certainly happening. You can see I have some areas blocked off. I laid some grass seed. So I'm going to wait a few days for that to start growing. There's some under there too. I have the chair to protect it. And I got a lot of this cleaned up. It's all looking a lot better. Over here, we can now see some spring plants coming up, like the spiderwort, which is that, or no, longwort, pulmonaria, and coral bells. And there's more coral bells all along the front here. Here is where I dug out an apple tree, and I have moved it to the side garden, which is on this side. Actually, maybe we can peek at it. I'm too lazy to walk all the way around to the front of the house. Sorry. This is an area that will need some fixing up, full transparency. But you can see I have an apple tree here and then one there that have both been moved from other locations. Oh, we never come from this way. It's because there's nothing here. Look at this. This is my wild ginger. Oh, yay. That's nice. This is still a work in progress. You can see, this is my bog filter that I am cleaning out and resetting. I may make a new one, but I'm getting prepared to get the pond set up so I can get the fish out here. I am going to set this up again, even though I want to build an in-ground pond this year, because I'm gonna need to get them out here sooner than later, so that will be temporary. And I scrubbed it out yesterday, and you can see a generous bird has already made a contribution. There's my pile. That's gonna have to go to the compost site. I was airing those out, but now they're just getting wet. Cool. Look at everything is just, even over the last couple days, just really taking off. Here's some salvia, sedum, more catmint, more salvia, and look at these beautiful crocus. Look at all that. Ignore my pile. So many things to just conveniently not focus on. There's more grass seed. Oh, but let's just, that's looking beautiful. A nice little bird bath. And this is where I'm thinking of putting the in-ground pond. I know I had it over here before, but I decided I do need to keep this path here because I'm gonna walk that way anyway, and I don't wanna walk through a garden bed, so I'm gonna leave a grass path, but it might become narrower. So if this is where an in-ground pond will end up, then I need to move all of these. And the only tree I haven't moved yet is this one. I was hoping to move that today, but we shall see. The red bud is just about ready to bloom. So close. Oh, I'm so excited. And a couple of achievements. This is a lilac that I propagated. It's the first shrub I've ever propagated. And maybe it will flower this year. I started this a couple of years ago, but I'm just excited because I've never propagated a shrub before. Peonies are coming up. Little dogwoods looking nice and fresh. And my, ignore that. Look, we've got a stilby. What a pretty color. So the shade garden is coming to life. The iris are looking very healthy. And miracle of miracles. Ooh, watch your step, Eileen. This is the lilac I moved last year with my mom. Kind of in the middle of summer, not an ideal time to move a big mature shrub. But it not only survived, but is flowering, which is just incredible. I really thought I would just have to endure a year with no lilac flowers, but here they are. Isn't that incredible? It's kind of incredible what you can get done if you have just a few solid hours to get outside and work and just be totally focused. And so I'm very grateful that I had that time this weekend. And I'm also grateful that it's raining. The plants that I moved, of course I watered them when I planted them and placed them, but this rain will be a great help. And I don't think it's gonna get super cold in the evenings. You know, it'll still get down to mid-high 30s, which I'm sure for some of you is very cold, but it means that we probably won't go below freezing again. And so that's exciting. That means a lot of stuff can start getting moved out. I still have to, oh, hello. This is a dogwood that I moved. I still have to get my dahlias outside. I have quite a few that are warming up in the basement. They've been put in pots and I ran out of space. So the really big tubers, I'm just gonna have to plant out here directly. And I think I might be able to do that this week. So that is on the agenda. It's an exciting time. Things start progressing pretty quickly and you can do a lot of things that just weren't reasonable to do even a week or so ago. So it's just really exciting to have a list and get out here and get to see things taking off. So I'm sure I will be back soon, and soon enough it will be time for a tour, whether you're interested or not. In the meantime, happy gardening!